A few minutes after 7 p.m., NTV captured this convoy carrying the Deputy Chief Justice Alphonse Owiny-Doro as he made his way to a hotel in Mbale town ahead of the Constitutional Court verdict on the consolidated constitutional petition, popularly referred to as the age limit petition. Four other justices on the quorum, Remi Kasure, Cheborion Barishaki, Kenneth Kakuru, and Elizabeth Mosoke, had arrived earlier. Inside this courtroom in Mbale High Court, technicians and other officials from the judiciary spent hours putting everything in place to ensure that everything was ready for the session on Thursday. A separate place has also been arranged with TV screens where the public will follow the proceedings. NTV will air the entire session live from 9 a.m. on Thursday. The 5 justices will pronounce themselves on 14 issues raised by the petitioners, who were led by Dan Wandera Ogalo, who led the legal team of the Uganda Law Society. These are some of the issues for the justices to determine: whether the act of extending or enlarging the term of parliament from 5 to 7 years was inconsistent with the constitution, whether the act of extending the current life of local government councils from 5 to 7 years was inconsistent with the constitution, whether the entire process of conceptualizing, consulting, debating and enacting the act was inconsistent with the constitution, whether the alleged failure by Parliament to observe its own rules of procedure during the enactment of the act was inconsistent with the constitution, whether reinstating the presidential term limits and entrenching them is inconsistent with the constitution, whether lifting the age limit is inconsistent with the constitution, and whether seeking to harmonize the new 7-year term of Parliament with the presidential term is inconsistent with the constitution. Both the petitioners and government side, led by Deputy Attorney General Mweswe Rukutana, are in Mbale to receive the judgment. We spoke to Mbale Mabirizi, who in an unprecedented move presented himself during the hearing of the petition in April.
People should not be alarmed so much that when the law is set aside, everything is done. No, that will not be done, because as I submitted before court, even if the law is set aside, government still has a plan to make another law. Our concern is the procedure properly followed.
NTV engaged Mbale residents on the expectations from the Constitutional Court justices.
Omuswango gubaawo balina ogusala mu bwenkanya, so si ugamba nti ate beekubire side na side nedda, bagusale mu bwenkanya.
Kibadde kirungi okuba kati tubadde tweralikirira twagala basale tulabe kiki ekigenda mu maaso tulenga tulikumigiriza.
Judiciary has listened from both parties, and it is coming to deliver the judgment. Then I hope we should all embrace it, welcome it, because my expectation is it is going to unite the people of Uganda.
Tomorrow's court ruling is expected not to be the last legal battle between these two sides, as one of them is expected to appeal the ruling in the Supreme Court. Habad Ziwa, NTV.